Well, the second annual Quincy Multicultural Festival is coming up Saturday, May 13th from noon to 4 p.m. at the Four River Field in Quincy Point. We're here to learn more about it from the co-organizers of the event. Please welcome Shiv Singh and also Mihaela Rusu. So ladies, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Yes, hi.
Great to see you both. We appreciate the opportunity. Shiv, to meet you in person after a virtual meeting.
Yes.
And Mihaela for the first time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
And thank you for having us.
Sure, happy to do it. This is the second annual, as I mentioned. And really, you folks have put together a pretty large event in a pretty short period of time.
True.
Who wants to give me a little history of how this all started just a year ago?
Yes, so it actually started a couple of years back, the idea. And I'm an immigrant from India, and she's also an immigrant from Italy. And when my daughter joined the school in 2018, I realized that we have to be part of the system, so we have to get involved. And I realized that Quincy Public School is very, very diverse. And the best way to know each other is to share your food and wear your clothes and have a comfortable space to talk to each other. And you realize that all of us are pretty similar to each other. It's just that when we are not given that space, we really don't have an opportunity to talk. So Marymount Elementary School is where my child goes to, and they had their multicultural festival in 2019. And I thought, why don't we do it at the city level, right?
Oh, okay.
And by then, COVID hit.
Oh yeah, COVID,
But then we did the Crane project in Quincy High School.
Which project?
The cranes, it's like the 1,000 crane project.
Yes, the paper cranes.
Yes. So
okay.
we involved all schools and people, the community joined. And we did not even advertise it. It was just on Facebook. And about 100 people showed up.
Wow.
And we thought, wow, that's amazing. And then we were like, what can we do which gets more community involved?
Yes.
And then I thought, let's just do this festival. It started as a very small idea, and I have to say that Erin and Kevin from Quincy Public Schools really wanted to do that, so they really supported us. And we thought about 200 people are going to show up.
The first year, yeah.
It was on a Thursday. It was 6 to 8. And we were amazed. We had printed about 300 passports, right?
Yeah.
And
we had more than 1,000 people.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that
We didn't expect that.
That's astounding.
Yes.
Yeah. Where was the first festival held?
At Pageant.
At Pageant
Pageants?
Field, yes.
Good thing.
Yes.
We still hope to go back
Yes.
at the same field next year.
It's a big renovation project right now,
Yes.
so you have to have it
Yeah,
forward.
and I want to give a shout out to Senator Keenan, because he's the one who suggested to me that you should do a 501c3. I had no idea what it was. And so I was like, okay, and then we thought we need to support families too who were unable to participate because of economic barriers. So then we made it a 501c3 in this January. And we did fundraising, and I have to say the city was extremely kind.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Good. So you are a formal nonprofit organization.
Yes.
You have your own tax ID number.
Yes.
So folks can make donations
Yes.
to the festival.
Yes, and we are on Venmo too.
Okay.
As a charity. So this is the basic idea behind this whole thing, is to get people together to know each other.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? When you think about
Yes.
it.
The Quincy Multicultural Festival is dedicated to celebrate the heritage, culture, and traditions of Quincy's families. So through our nonprofit, we aim to promote a sense of belonging and inclusivity for all families in our community.
So tell me about that first festival. You know, what kinds of activities, what kinds of folks showed up?
It was amazing. Everything was it was only 2 hours short.
Okay.
But the response from the community was great. We thought we will struggle to find families to participate, to represent their culture.
Yeah.
But instead, we had the families came up together so happy and eager to do, and they went all in. They did all these amazing tables with displays and posters. They wear their own clothes, the kids, everyone was so involved, and it was a very a nice celebration.
Yeah, and I had like somebody tell me she was wearing a Vietnamese dress, and she's like, I feel I belong, and that really, just made.
That's the goal, right?
Yes.
That was the
Yes.
ultimate goal.
Honestly, I'll tell you very honestly, when I gave this idea, I didn't think what's going to happen. But that day, when it was just going to start, and I started to see people come in, it was a real emotional
Yeah.
moment.
So was there an actual kind of program? Were there speaking
Yeah, we
events?
had performance. So many Quincy Public School students
Yes.
perform, and they were so happy. They were coming to us, hugging, and they were like, "I'm so happy! I can speak about my country
Yeah.
with my friends, and they can see my clothes and listen to my music." Because, especially many kids, they were like, I never was able to listen to my own music in my own language in a public setting or in an event. So that was amazing for the kids to see. They were so proud
Yeah.
to share this
Yeah.
with their classmates.
Yeah. So are we talking, first generation students? I mean, they're in this country for the first time, or are these?
It was a mix, I
Mix,
think.
okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
It was. I do feel there were a lot of first generation
Really?
people, but it was a mix. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And the common denominators, right, are music and food.
Music
Yes.
and food
Art,
and
yes.
art. Yes.
Art, sure.
That's right.
Activities for the kids.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah.
It was fascinating. The kids, they had a passport
Mm-hmm.
and they were so in it. Oh my God.
Like a
was-
real passport, or
No, we made a passport.
Oh.
So with this passport, the kids could travel around the world.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the main idea,
Oh,
because we
alright.
have different countries represented,
Okay.
right? So the kids, they got this passport. They went to each table.
Mm-hmm.
That way, they learned something, and they will get a flag in their own passport.
Yes.
So they travel around the world,
Yeah.
and by the end of the event, they could enter a raffle, because the goal was also to learn about other cultures.
Right.
No?
Yes.
So in that way, you also help the kids to go around and ask questions.
well, sure,
and learn
yeah.
more.
Yeah,
How do you
and
learn, right?
It's
You
an
ask questions.
interactive way to get the kids involved.
Yeah.
We wanted everyone to feel involved and connected in a way.
So is it geared for younger people? Would you say the festival? Or?
We both have elementary school kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so certainly,
Yes.
yeah.
So
Okay.
So maybe, but we had some older kids too. A lot of performances were there.
Okay.
So some
We
were-
have parents who perform, who dance, so
Okay.
that was amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What does it take to put an event like this together? Who are the? I mean, it's not just obviously the two of you. You've got a whole team, I'm sure, getting this together. Or maybe it is just the two of you.
Let's say there's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but I think when you have passion and we really believe in this,
Yeah.
because we really wanted this so much to happen, and because I think I can speak for yourself
Yes,
as
yes,
well. We
yes.
both struggled to find a sense of belonging in this community.
When you came here,
and sometimes we are still struggling. I'm here only 5 years, and for the first 3 years or 4, it was very difficult for me.
What were some of the biggest obstacles? Would you say, Mihaela?
I mean, it was a language.
Yeah, of
course.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I learned some English, so that helped.
Yeah.
But the whole school system was different than what I expecting. The American culture is different than what I expected. It was a lot, and I struggled a lot to. I felt a lot like every time I spoke with someone, I was like, oh my God, this person in his mind is judging my English. Of
I
course,
see.
no one cares about your grammatical errors, but. So I didn't felt like going to participate in school events or stuff
Okay.
like that, because I said I'm not belonging here. This is not my country. This is not. I'm not sure what I could give to them.
Mm-hmm.
But then, thanks to Shiv, because
Yeah.
she pushed me a lot. Let's try. You have to get out of your silos, because I was very close in my. And I start talking with people, and I said, that's not true, because we can learn so much from each other, because we are all different, but we have so many things in common.
Sure.
So that's the beauty of it, because
Yeah.
we can learn so much from each other and share our experiences.
Yeah. So it took one person
Yes.
to bring you out of your shell and say,
Oh yeah,
give
yeah,
it a shot,
yeah.
right?
She
Give it a
was
try.
like, you have to do it. You have to do it.
So good for you for doing that, Shiv. But I'm curious about your story. And some of the obstacles.
So
That
I come from India.
Yes,
We are
yeah.
very exposed to the US culture.
Sure, of course,
Through
yeah.
TV, through, so,
Yeah.
and we always used to think they have so much fun.
Yeah.
How come our schools are not having so much fun?
Ah,
But so language is not a barrier for us.
Okay.
Because India, most of us speak English,
see.
so that's a huge plus.
I would think.
Yeah. But when I came here, my kid was 10 months, and I was like, I'm going to live in my own close space.
It's comfortable, right? It's safe.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah.
But I said, once she goes to school, I cannot. I have to be part of the system. I have to get involved. And my background in India is sales.
I see.
Okay,
so you're an outgoing personality to begin with. Yeah.
no, it
She
taught me
is.
to be outgoing.
Yeah.
I wasn't, and I realized that you just talk to people. What's the worst can happen? They would like you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm used to rejection. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly, right.
It's fine. But people are really nice.
Yeah.
It's just that, and I'll be very honest. I come from a place in India which is very siloed. Like we are like into ourselves, and but it's because lack of exposure that we did not talk to other people, So I'm like, talk to them, and people open up because they just don't know. They are comfortable in their spaces, so you also need to enter their spaces, and they're like, oh wow, we're the same,
Okay.
And that happened, and everybody's been really nice,
Yeah.
Whoever I spoke to, and a lot of allies in this city, and that's why we love this city, and I just love to get people together.
Well, this is a perfect opportunity. Again, it's the second annual Multicultural
Yeah.
Festival. This is May 13th, noon to 4 p.m. It's a Saturday at 4 River Field. What is going to be happening at this year's festival?
So much.
So much.
So much.
Do tell.
Before she starts,
Yeah.
I just want to make one point,
Yes.
is that last year we took the number of languages spoken in Quincy Public Schools, and there were 76 unique languages.
How many?
76.
76.
Unique languages, out of which one was Spanish and one is Arabic. Spanish is spoken in 21 different cultures.
Wow.
Right? And Arabic is also, I did not count the countries that speak Arabic, but a lot of North Africa and Middle East speaks. So, can you believe how amazingly diverse we are? And
That is eye-opening.
and
yeah.
how
Yeah.
rich is this city's culture.
Yes.
And so our target was 50 to get 50. We've
Okay.
not done bad, but she'll tell you because she's the main person to get everybody to participate.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I'm very happy to share. This year we have families from 40 different cultures at the festival. So this year, festival is gonna be a vibrant festival. We will have the families from over 40 different cultures will have table exhibits. We will have dance performances, food, music, arts and craft, and so many. We will have countries like Singapore, Myanmar,
Greece.
Bulgaria, Greece, Colombia,
Indonesia, Peru,
Canada.
Yes.
There's so many, 40 different countries. So I think that's big. Since last year we had 17. So this year we have 40. And so many performances.
Yeah.
So I think that people just needed a space to come together
Yes.
because they really, really wanted to. And there are families who are working on their tables for over a month.
Yes.
So they really got into it. They are so happy. We will have 5 food trucks, like Gonzalez food truck,
Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice, no Five Guys, chicken and rice, chicken and rice guys, mom on the go, grilled cheese for the kids, of course.
Yes.
The kids love that.
Yeah, all kids like that.
And the live food counter?
Thai food also.
Oh, okay.
And we will have a live food counter with Indian food. So we try to be diverse
Yes,
in the choice of food as well.
Sure.
And we will have so many performances, like you can tell.
Yes,
so many.
we have taekwondo, kung fu, lion dance,
Salsa.
salsa, and the
Irish dance.
Yeah,
Step
Irish
dancing,
step
yeah.
dancing. Then the Atlantic Middle School is going to do Korean dance. We have got Vietnamese step dance,
Oh,
and
didn't know
we're-
there was such a thing. Okay,
yes,
yeah.
And a lot of, I'm from India. We have like 3 festivals every month, and we love to dance. So there are at least 5, 6 Indian groups, students who are going to be performing.
Okay.
And somebody as young as a 6-year-old is going to do a
Really?
classical
A
dance.
solo.
Oh, wow.
Solo
Okay.
with amazing expressions is what I've been told. Like, she's unbelievable.
Okay.
So it's just going to be lots of vibrancy.
Yeah. Is there a stage? Do you have a stage that you'll be
Yes.
setting? Yes. Okay.
We'll also be joining us a lot of local organization for the community because
Yes.
we felt that our mission often is similar to local organization mission because everyone wants the well-being of the community. So we invited different local organizations because we thought this is a great opportunity for families to learn about, because so many families, they don't know, all
right.
these
Yes.
resources we have in our own community.
Yes.
So we have Quarry, BCNC, Walker Therapeutics, South Shore Mental Health,
Okay.
Quincy Family Resource Center,
Sheriff.
the Norfolk Sheriff Office.
Yeah.
We will also have like LPAC, like parent-led organization.
What
and
is
QPAC.
that?
LPAC stands for English Learner Parent Advisory
Oh,
Council.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, from the schools.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
okay.
then there's QPAC, which is for special ed.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, so that people are aware about. And then
The services that they already have available to them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have QCAP, right?
QCAP,
Yes.
Sure.
Quincy Community Action Program.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there are
Yes.
so many service organizations in the
Yes,
city
yes,
that
yes.
folks can.
The city
can
is
utilize.
amazing.
It
It's
really
just
is,
that
yeah.
I feel one place where if we all work hard towards, we can make a huge difference. Communication. If the communication is there, like this is happening, I mean, people sometimes are just not aware, and it's just getting to know. Like I worked really hard to understand the system. You know, like what is the QPS system, and I learned some. There's a website that I am part of that I worked very hard about FAQs, which is I'm just a minor plug. I'm just telling you about how important. It's part of citywide PTO, where we tell all about kindergarten FAQs, middle school FAQs, new families coming to this country, how to get your school, how to get your child in school, what happens, how a normal day looks like. And it started with like getting 5 hits a day, and now it gets sometimes like 40 hits a day. And so I'm just saying communication is the key.
Absolutely, yeah. In all
Yes.
aspects of education or just cultural living, right?
And if someone new comes, like if they have young children, like there's so many like this country has a huge sporting culture. But a lot of people come from various different countries, might not have the same kind of culture. So for them to know that, okay, we can in spring the soccer season starts, football, baseball. There's so much happening.
They don't call it football here.
No,
right?
I meant soccer and football because there is
Oh,
football.
because in the rest of the world, soccer is football, right?
Yes. And so there's so much happening.
Yes.
It's just that how to increase our sense of belonging is just by having information is like power.
Absolutely,
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, there is a email set up for folks who have questions about the festival, right?
Yes,
We should let
yes.
them know about Quincy
Multicultural Night at Gmail, because it was a night last year.
Yes,
So
that's
it's-
right.
I sometimes make a mistake, but it's
Okay.
Quincy Multicultural Night at gmail.com.
Okay, Quincy Multicultural Nights,
Yes.
all one word,
Yes.
at gmail.com.
Yes,
Okay.
please do get in touch with us, and we would be really happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, so is there still room for more presenters or more tables?
Actually,
or?
no,
okay.
our performances are like
You're booked.
back to back.
Okay,
If there's one country, like I don't know about tables, I can't speak for
Okay.
that. She will see.
I mean, if there's someone interested in representing a culture that we already don't have it represented, a culture that's more than
Okay,
welcome,
all right,
because
sure.
we want to be sure we have as much representation as possible. But families, even if they don't want to participate, they can come and visit us
Yes.
because
of course.
it's going to be a fun-filled day.
Okay.
We will have henna tattoos. They can get a free henna tattoo,
Free henna
face
tat-
paint.
yeah.
We will have a fun raffle, and here I wish to thank all the local businesses and community who donated all these fun prizes
That's
we
great.
will have. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
the kids will have the passport. This year is even nicer than last year.
Oh, nicer
we have
ones,
more
okay.
color, more.
Can they bring their ones from last year if they want to, stamp them again?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We never thought about that. But
And the kids
sure.
will have prizes, bigger prizes, nicer prizes than last year.
Fun. Okay. Do you need
yes.
help? Do you need volunteers to help with the festival, or you're?
I think we are set.
Pretty set?
The
Okay.
response
Yeah.
from the community was awesome from
Okay.
that day. So many volunteers offer. We try to involve also the high school students from
Yes.
North Quincy High School and Quincy High School.
Sure.
And I think that's a great opportunity for them. They can get community hours,
Yes.
but also can get involved in a fun event. And
Yep.
again, the goal is to have the community together, talk with each other, and meet. Maybe you can even meet your neighbor that you didn't even know he's from a different country,
Right.
or maybe he grew up, but his family has a, I don't know, Portuguese heritage or something. So it's fun.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
fun, interesting.
Yeah. Did it help you, Mihaela, to meet your neighbors in Quincy and learn more about the city?
Oh yes, yes. Since I met her, I
Yeah.
started to talk with everyone. So I know everyone on my street. So that's so nice.
Yeah.
When we bake something, we share each other. So that's all I wanted, to feel like home.
Yeah. What brought you to this country? I'm curious. What was
Yeah.
your
So
story?
we came here for a work project for
Oh.
my husband.
Okay.
So we were supposed to stay only 2 years and after go back to Italy. But after 5 years, we are still here, and I kind of like it.
Okay.
See how you
I
make your
still
roots.
go. I still go every summer. Spend all summers in Italy.
Nice.
But I like it.
Yeah.
So my kids really adjusted well, and
Good.
finally I feel like also being part of a community, because I had the chance to be getting involved on this stuff at school, in the city level. I met so many families
Sure.
in the community, and
What would your
made friends.
advice be to somebody just arriving in Quincy?
Don't overthinking.
Yeah.
Don't just go, just try, you have to try. Like, I was overthinking everything. Like, oh my God, why did I just say that? Why I use that word? Why?
I see.
Just try. Even if you don't speak, just try. I think it helped a lot, my English, just going there and getting involved, even if I didn't speak with anyone because I wasn't ready, but just listening and seeing how everything works, and seeing the people, and seeing there are other people that doesn't speak English well and they still do stuff, no? So I said, why not? I have to try. And
Like Shiv said, what's the worst that can happen? Right?
yes, yes,
Sure.
yes.
What about
but
your
I
story?
had a really helper here. I mean, she was the one she always believed.
Well, good for you. What was your story, Shiv? You've been here a little longer now.
Yeah, I came in 2013 for work. Like,
for work also?
Like
Okay.
my husband is the stereotype IT guy.
Okay, I see. Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, and so I came for that, and I used to come for vacation a
I
lot
see.
to US
Okay.
since 2000. I have family
Oh.
in New Jersey,
Oh, okay.
and we're very exposed to this culture.
Yeah,
You know, because of the language, I guess we speak English.
The
and
biggest hurdle, right? Yeah.
Yes, and so education is the key for me. Like independent thinking, politics, the way they handle things, and so this country does give you a lot of opportunity if you're ready to work hard.
Yeah.
And so my whole goal to stay here was like my child should be exposed to everything, like the kind of cultures you're exposed here, the kind of independent thinking, the kind of like both one side will say something, one side, like you're exposed to so much, right?
Yeah, true.
And I wanted my child to have that education, right? It is amazing. I love it. It's like you say, so in our country we say this is your birth country and this is your karam bhumi. Karam bhumi is where you work,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
and you are loyal to both.
I see.
And for me it's very important to belong, you know, and I feel I belong and I do my best, and every place has its good and bad, you know.
Right.
But I take this as it took me a while, but I accept it and I work. And ultimately, if you say look at the whole globe, everybody needs to just come together. So I love politics, history, and humans. So it's just that I feel like we just need to talk to each other.
Well, this is a great opportunity to do that at this festival. Anything else we should let folks know about right now?
So join us on May 13th 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Four River Field.
I want to say something.
Yes.
Four River Field is in a very dense neighborhood.
Yes.
And we are going to have shuttles running from North Quincy and Snug.
Oh.
So that's one shuttle, North Quincy, Snug,
All right.
Wollaston, Lincoln Hancock.
Oh, okay.
So and the times are like by the hour,
Yes.
12, 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
and 12:15, 1:15, 2:15, and 3:15.
Okay.
And coming back from Four River Club, the last shuttle will be at 4:15.
Okay.
But otherwise, 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, like that.
That's great. And those are free?
Yes, that's
Okay.
Quincy Public Schools helping us.
Nice.
We have to
simply
thank
because the
them
neighborhood
for the
is
support.
yeah,
Very good.
because
Okay.
the neighborhood is really dense.
Yes,
so
yes,
we request families who are going to please carpool. Please be mindful of the neighborhood, of the neighbors. Please park as per the signs.
Right, yes.
Do not block anyone's driveway.
Obviously, right, yeah.
Yes. You can use a Clifford Marshall parking lot. It's
Okay.
a 13-minute walk. You can use Cleverly Court. It's a 7-minute walk.
Okay.
You know. So just that this is the I think next year we are going to move to Pageant Field.
Right, there's a major renovation project right now.
Yes, so
yeah.
it's just for this year. So if it's going to be huge, like a lot of people coming, so just please be mindful of the.
Okay, and we do have to
neighbors.
mention in the event of rain, we hope it doesn't, but it'll
Yes.
be that same day in the gym at North Quincy High School.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's pray that it's not going to rain.
That's right. I think we're turning the corner, hopefully, in the weather department.
Yes.
We are really truthful, grateful for the support from our community, and we look forward to a wonderful time at the festival.
And please do
please
come.
join us.
Please join
Thank you.
us. And I came wearing Indian clothes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you both look lovely. Love the Is that a dragonfly? maybe?
Yeah,
Yes.
my favorite.
Very nice.
insect.
Yeah. So wear your traditional clothing to the festival?
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be wearing traditional clothing.
Okay.
And so will everybody that I know is
Okay.
going to be, just so that we are exposed. I mean, how your mind opens when you're exposed to so many different colors. Like a painting of one color is not so fun.
it's one color. Right?
Yes.
Thanks again. I really
Yes.
appreciate the opportunity to learn about this. Have a great festival.
Oh, thank you so
for
much.
Very
inviting
welcome.
us.
Yes, thank you. And you please do come.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for watching us here at AEM Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. We will see you next time.